Learning more details tonight about how 13-year-old Jayme Closs of Barron, Wisconsin was found alive nearly 3 months after her disappearance and the murders of her parents. The Barron County Sheriff updated the investigation for a second time this afternoon.
Sheriff Chris FITZGERALD says 21-year-old Jake Patterson is in custody. He is facing homicide and kidnapping charges.
Sheriff FITZGERALD says authorities are now searching through the home near the northwestern Wisconsin town of Gordon, about 65 miles north of Barron, where they say Patterson was holding Jayme Closs captive.
We have recovered a gun consistent with what was used at the scene of the initial homicide. However, we will have to wait for confirmation that it was indeed the same weapon after examination by the Wisconsin State Crime Lab.
FITZGERALD says a shotgun was used to break into the Closs home in October. Officers responded to an inaudible 911 call that night and found Jayme missing and her parents dead. There appears to be no connection between the Closs family and Patterson at this time, yet FITZGERALD says it appears Patterson had been planning the kidnapping for a while, going so far as to shave his head to avoid leaving hair at the scene.
This case from day one has concerned me. The volatility of this crime to shoot 2 people and kidnap a 13-year-old girl is very concerning. And so, we want to get the answers that you guys all want, that we want to give to Jayme, and we want to give to the court so that we can get a conviction.
Patterson will appear in Barron County Court this Monday to be formally charged with 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and 1 count of kidnapping. The sheriff says Jayme was reunited with her aunt this afternoon and will meet the rest of her living family later this evening.
Now again, Closs was found near the town of Gordon, Wisconsin just last night, 88 days after she initially went missing. She managed to escape yesterday afternoon when Patterson wasn't at home and found Jeannie Nutter, who happened to be walking her dog in the area. At first, Nutter says she thought Closs was simply a runaway since she wasn't wearing any cold weather clothing, but quickly realized what was happening after Closs introduced herself.
I stayed calm, so she stayed calm. I didn't grab her and run off through the woods, which would have been maybe an instinct, but no, I just held on to her and I said, we're going to find somebody who's home, we're going to call the police, you're going to be okay, you're going to be safe, everything's going to be fine, you're going to be fine. I just kept saying that.
Nutter took Closs to a nearby house and managed to find Peter and KRISTIN KASINSKAS at home. It turned out KRISTIN was also a former teacher of Patterson. So when the couple called 911, they were also able to tip off officers to Patterson and his car.
I don't know how to wrap my head around this, and when we talked to her a little bit when we called 911. KRISTIN, we got the name of the suspect and the color of the car, so we were able to get that to the police right away. And then we just made her feel safe until the police arrived.
She looked exactly the same as she did in her picture, a little bit thinner, I would say, and then she looked really tired and like she's been fighting a battle for weeks.